Hi guys, again, I have something interesting for you today. So I get asked a lot of times how I do my recording setup, and it's quite simple. I record videos on the iPhone, but I do want better audio quality, so I'll guide you through what equipment I use and how I set it up quickly so that we have the best possible quality. So what I do, I use the Focusrite for recording the audio. As you see here, I'm gonna show you. This is the microphone that I'm recording on, and it doesn't matter which brand it is really, but this is Audio-Technica, and I plug this directly here in the input for microphone, and I turn on this button so that it has phantom power. And for the guitar, all I do is put it on that second track and plug it directly here, and luckily they're colored so you can see which cable I'm actually using. This is the blue one for the guitar. You set up the volume here. You can definitely use a pair of earphones to set up the audio level so that it doesn't peak through, just to avoid going into red. And let's test the guitar. We got the signal from the microphone and from the guitar. I do want to give you a little hack, so then I'll switch on to the computer and how I set it up there. But sometimes if you don't have a microphone stand like I'm using right here, you can improvise it. Like many times I've improvised some kind of stand for the phone, for the microphone, for the whatever I need. And I figured out that I can use a guitar tripod. Just take out that piece that holds the guitar on the bottom, and usually these elements will fit in this little hole, so you can either like hook it up with something, or if it's like a nice little fit, don't worry about the rest. And what I suggest, like place it there, grab your cable, and you have an improvised stand. You don't have to buy like any expensive equipment or anything. So we see the guitar is plugged, and I'm gonna record a little session. I'm already recording this in Logic because I wanted to have good audio for this video already, but I am going to show you that generally you just need to divide it. You need two tracks. On the first track you need to have input 1 from your sound card, and for the second track you have to select here input 2 to have both signals coming in. Why do I do that? Because if I'm using my loop pedal, for example, you're gonna need one extra audio cable for input and output back here. That's all. You just need to like bypass it with one extra cable. If I'm using a loop pedal, I want to have the signal of the guitar clearest possible from the piezo, from the pickup, and I want to have the real sound of the guitar, which microphone will pick up. Also, I use it for when I'm speaking, that I can deliver the message. Simple as that. So let's do any kind of little jam just to hear how it's gonna sound. As you can see, it's not peaking anywhere. And also, if you're doing a real take, a real recording of something that you're gonna have also some other instruments, you are going to use the click while recording mode and set up here your tempo. I can't control it much now as I'm using it for recording, but you get the gist. So you don't need a lot. You need a microphone, you need a sound card. This is usually a bundle. I did one video on this long time ago. All you need is one sound card that has at least 2 inputs that you can use. This is interesting. If you want to have an output for your loop pedal, or for something like that, you have some kind of listening device, I use a speaker on the side. If you want an external speaker, you just use one additional external cable that's gonna go run from your sound card as output, line output, to your speaker. Doesn't matter which speaker it is, as long as you can hear it. And then when you loop some section, you can directly hear it, and then after that solo over it. And that's about it. So we're gonna make some new cool recordings, but I wanted to show you that your setup does not have to be complicated. Use what you have. My laptop is not some crazy furious machine, powerful or strong. It just can record at least 1 or 2 tracks that I need. For some bigger projects you will need some stronger machine, but for this, for social media or for your YouTube channel, this is perfectly enough. That's it. Have a great time and let me know what you think about my little setup. Bye.